Hello YouTube, this is William. Had an individual last night make a suggestion that I thought was very good. He said, why don't you take each blank that's on the board and explain it and let people see the differences in the blade shapes and all this other stuff. And I thought, wow, that's a very good idea. So we're going to do that. We're going to start at the top. I'm going to take a blade down and show you what the shape looks like. And if there's something similar, hold them up together so you can kind of do a visual comparison, okay? So the first one up here at the top is the thin and fur blank. Okay, it's typically it's between 1/16 and 1/8, so I think 3/32 is probably closest. And it's a very thin AEBL stainless steel blade. These are done on monthly specials, and I'll try to get one of those monthly specials done before in the summer, hopefully. Okay, this is the hog's tooth, and right now you can get the hog's tooth through the Canadian store, northernwoodsmanelite.com, and if you don't know how to get there, go to my authorized dealer's webpage, and there's a link to their website, and you can get a hog's tooth. This is the Northern Woodsman Elite, or Northern Woodsman knife, and again, you can get that at the Northern Woodsman Elite web store. Okay, this is a pano design. This is the Johnny Rancher 3/16 AEBL, and again, this is one of my older designs, but you can get this model at the Northern Woodsman Elite web store. Okay, so check them out and see what they have available. This is a small hunter. That's a pano design, and you can get that, guess where? Yeah, you got it. Northern Woodsman Elite web store. All the specs are there. There's two different options. One is Sure Touch, the other one is Walnut. This is the Northern Woodsman Companion. Wow. Okay. Can't hold on to things this morning. I need another cup of coffee. All right, this is the Northern Woodsman Elite Companion, Northern Woodsman Companion knife. And again, this is a pano design, and you can get it, yep, on their web store. This is the Elite, and you can get this, guess where? Yep, on the Northern Woodsman Elite web store. All the specs are there. Big knife, big chopper. All right, this is the Long Hunter, and again, you can get this on the Northern Woodsman Elite web store if they arrive. They haven't shipping issues right now, but check them out and ask about it, and they can give you an update. This is the Woodsman's Buoy that I designed several years ago. That is a option that is available at the Northern Woodsman Elite web store. Okay. This is a Northern Skinner. Again, you can get that at the Northern Woodsman Elite web store. Okay, this is the Master Woodsman Model 1. And if you compare it to the Master Woodsman Blackbird, you can see the slight differences in size, blade shape, and all this other stuff. The Blackbird has a little bit different tip, whereas the Model 1, well, you can see the difference. Thickness of steel and everything is the same. So anyway, hope you can see the differences there lighting is not that great. I'm out here right at daylight, so. This is the Woodsman Butcher. That will be another special run. You can only get this as a special run, monthly run. And I will do this again before hunting season. Okay? Don't know when, don't know a date. This is the Model 2. That's retired Master Woodsman Model 2, but there is going to be an option coming that's similar to this in a few months. Okay, we're going to do this probably the end of summer sometime. Here is the Skinner, the Woodsman Skinner, and you may be able to get some of these. There may be a few floating around. You may be able to get one at M&T's Gun Shop or at Great Northern Knives. I'm not sure if he has any left or not, but if you want one of those, they're there. They're 5/32 AEBL stainless, has a Woodsman's grind, has a Scandi into a saber grind. Okay. This is the Sportsman, and you can get a full flat at Great Northern Knives, or I'm sorry, a Scandi or saber. There we go, saber at Great Northern Knives, or you can get the full flat version at the Woodsman Elite web store. This is an old design that I never named that I may do a custom knife. I may handle it, heat treat it, and put it as a custom knife on my webpage at some point. I just got it up there for a future thing. This is the Alaskan survival knife. If you want to compare that to the WCSK, there's the two together. Okay, it's a little bit longer than the SK, about a ½ inch or so, and you can see the sweep. The SK has a saber that the apex on the cutting edge is gradual or rescinding, or however you want to say it. It's different as the blade goes. Dust in the shop. And this one has a Scandi into a saber. Okay, so a little bit different grinds, but you can see the blade shape, same thickness of steel and all this other good stuff. But that, you can order that or buy that at the Great Northern Knives web store. Here is the Woodsman's Bowie, 5/32 AEBL stainless, and you can get a limited supply at the Great Northern Knives web store. AEBL and 5/32 is just like not available. You can't get it anywhere. So whatever he has and whatever he's ordered, this is all I have. So if you want one, you need to grab onto it. This is the Alaskan Scout. If you want to compare that to the Saner Scout, this is the Saner Scout. Okay, you got shadows. Comparing the two together, Saner Scout has a little bit more belly. Everything else is close in design. Same thickness of steel, all that other good stuff. The grinds are different. The Saner Scout has a saber. The Saner Scout has a Scandi into a saber, whereas the Alaskan Scout has a Scandi into a distal taper. So the grinds are different. This is a Forest Fatty, and you can get those at Great Northern Knives. It's about an 1/8 inch AEBL stainless with a saber grind. Okay, and then you got the SKs. You've already seen those. You just looked at those. The SKs, you can order those from my website. Go to my Production Knives webpage, and you can order one there. Please, if you want a sheet, read the whole listing on everything, folks. All the information is there. Read it. The duration of fabrication times, The sheath, it has a direct link to go get a sheath of leather. If you want one from Stitch Gear, you can use that direct link. Or if you want a Kydex, use that link to add that to your cart before checkout. Okay, read the listing, please. Thank you. All right. This is the Junior Woodsman. You can get it in AEBL or 01. I think the only one who has these right now is Great Northern Knives. So check them out. They're the only ones that has a wholesale order of these right now. So check them out. This is a classic. You can get a Saber version of this classic in at Great Northern Knives, or I will be doing a special run in Scandi here in the next few weeks. Well, a couple, 3 weeks maybe. All right. So very soon. So stay tuned for that. I will have a special limited run of these with some presentation grade woods and Sure Touch and things like that. But it will only be in Scandi. Okay. If you want a Saber, go visit Great Northern Knives. This is a daily chore. Right now, I don't know of anybody who has these, but this is a daily chore that we may do a special limited run on these at some point. Or if you get with Jeff at Great Northern Knives, he may do a wholesale order of them if enough people request it. This is the Trapper Scalpel. And again, you can't get these anywhere unless there's a wholesale order out there. And I don't remember if Great Northern has any or not, but check with them, because if anybody has them, they may have them. Okay? So if you want that, then get with Jeff over at Great Northern Knives. Here is the Woodsman's Narrow. And if you want to do a size comparison, this compares to the Skinner. There's a difference. The grinds are different. The handles are a little bit smaller on the Narrow, whereas this one has a Scandi going into a Saber. This one is a Scandi going into a distal taper, so it has a finer point. Okay, so about the same length on blades. Handle is a little bit smaller on the Narrow, and the blade's a little bit narrow. It's the Narrow. This is the Narrow. All right. Okay, now down at the bottom, we have the NK, the WC NK, the William Collins neck knife, has a Scandi going into a Saber. Whereas the EDC, a lot of people get these confused. The EDC has a different point and a different grind. Everything else is very close. It doesn't have the same, the spine is different. But it has the same sweep here. It's just the point's different, the grind's different, and the spine is different. Handles are the same. Okay, so whereas this one goes into a Saber, this one goes into a distal taper. So it's a distal taper from here to the tip. So it has a finer tip. Okay, EDC, neck knife. You can get either one of these on my website, or you can order them on my website. A production model on my Production Knives webpage, or you can get one from Great Northern Knives. I think he may have some in stock, I'm not sure. This is the, I'm sorry, let's get one. This is the Nessie, and you can, there's really nothing to compare that with, unless you want to compare it maybe to the Junior Woodsman. Has about the same blade length, but thickness of steel is different, grind is completely different, handles are different. So really the Nessie is, you can't compare it to anything. This is probably this is my everyday carry knife in the shop, is the Nessie. Okay, and you can get those from you can order those from my Production Knives webpage, or you can order one from Great Northern Knives. Okay, this is the baby bird, and compare that to the blackbird. You can see the difference. Same blade shape. Baby bird is 1/8 inch, blackbird is 5/32, so a little bit thinner steel. We'll have the same grind. Well, no, it won't. The grind is a Scandi into a distal taper, whereas this is a Scandi into a saber. So this one will have a little bit finer tip, thinner working edge for game processing and things like that. Okay. I am waiting on the baby bird stamp before I release these 2 Great Northern knives. Great Northern knives will have the first run of these. I think the first run is about 30 or so. And you know how fast the blackbird goes? If you want one, you need to let Great Northern Knives know so that they can reserve you one, okay? Because the blackbirds, twice. First time, 30 of them sold in 14 minutes. The second run, limited run, the blackbird sold in 12 minutes, okay? 35 the second time, 30 the first time. That's 65 knives. So 30 knives is not that many, okay? So if you want a baby bird, once the stamps are done and everything, I will do update photos, but that's the blade right there, okay? And you've seen the blackbird several times. This over here is just miscellaneous stuff. That's just one of them, just really stuff that I'm working on. They have the katana or whatever that is, the Scandinavian knife, large knife. I may do a limited, like I think I got 5 blades of that. I may do something like that. I'll show you that. But that's a beast. I mean, we'll probably do something like that if I ever get time, folks. I've got 5 blades of that. We'll do a special run of that. This here is a huge design that prototype that I did over a year ago. So I think I got 4 or 5 blades of that. I may do a limited run of custom knives for my custom knives webpage of the big choppers, maybe of these included sometime at some point. So stay tuned to my website and also my YouTube channel. There we go. All right. Here is the belt knife, the Woodsman's belt knife, 5/32 steel. If you want to compare that to the Desk K, has the same sweep this way, except it's a different grind. This is a Scandi. Okay, has the general shape of the bottom part of the blade. Spine's a little bit different. Thickness of steel is different. Grind is different. This is a Scandi into a distal taper. So it has a thinner blade. Handle is different. You can see the handle is different. Okay. Oh man, the dust is horrible. Okay, well that's all the blades on the wall. And I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate all your interest and questions and all that good stuff. And until the next one, you guys get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again soon. Check out the rest of the pages on the website, wcknives.com. Links are in the description at the end of this video. You probably see them all over the deal right now. Take care. We'll catch you again soon.